has not. How is that? He has not seen it. How is that, Susie? Why did you say that? When they were calling, when Lagata called in and tried to pet him to confuse him to say, oh, the reason why he opened the boat for me. And I like the way he went outright and, made his feeling known to Lagata that, sorry, I didn't ask you guys to go and collect money from anybody. So how is that my business? You understand? I'm not part of it. You understand? And that is what we've been saying. They should put the gold for me on a hold for now. Let Berekete do what he got to do. When it's time to bury Mohbad, come. Definitely, Mohbad will be buried. You understand? Let's finish one at a time. So the gold for me, I know about 2 or 3 people calling, asking for that gold for me. And I like where he stands. He's firm. He don't want to be part of it, and he don't want anybody to use his name, So for me, that didn't favor a lot of people who is still championing the code for me. You understand? So I will tell you that it looks like Berekete, even though he listens to TikTok. And I want to assume, I strongly have these feelings that he listens to my show because your show. This one made it beat you. Must it be your show? Yes, Captain, you remember we were talking about checkmate yesterday? Yes, you mentioned checkmate. You said you were going to do it today or something. Today. And he mentioned it because Berekete said, there is a limit I can go. Yes. And a limit I can go. When you play the game of chess and you are in check, there's few more steps you can go. And I want to appreciate the person that just clicked like for me. Because you are already cornered. And Berekete said it. So I think, plus the fact that there was more seriousness today on his show, and he mentioned checkmate. He didn't use the word checkmate, but he used the word, the definition of checkmate, that there is a limit I can go. So I was trying to talk about it yesterday that we are almost at a checkmate, where Baba we have no more to go, nowhere to go anymore. Yeah, and you took my word from my mouth. That's one of the things I said. I kind of not like that language. That kind of not like for a big, huge foundation for like it said, and that's what he has told us early this morning is indicating there's a limit that he can go with the government. Okay. He cannot push beyond what he can do. And at the end of the day, it's still going to fall back to the public. That's one thing. That's one thing I've observed. Yeah. Let's talk about government. I wrote some things down. This is checkmate. Here's my paper for today. This is it. Let me tell you something. Oh my goodness. I might have to go back to the... Okay, let me go back to the internet. What is government? What is democracy? Democracy is... I think what they're working in January is by the people, it's for the people, by the people, it's something like that. Constantly, and I made a very good note. So, where is my summary? Government of the people, by the people, for the people. It's government of the people, by the people, for the people. Of the people, by the people, for the people. In the nutshell, we, me, you, the public can also be substituted for people, society, population. Everything is substitutable. We can substitute it for people. Because whoever hires you is the only person that can fire you. There's nothing, I've been saying it from day one, there is absolutely nothing Berekete can do other than loud it, give it volume, give it popularity, more noticeable or put it out there in the public, the same thing Messi found me, even though they don't do much of analysis on the platform. There's nothing more than what Oriano can do. There's nothing more than what Bookie Jesse is doing. Very Dark Man is doing. Every one of us. He just have a bigger and probably he can reach more people in the government. But do not forget that everybody is under the law. He cannot break the law. That's why I was saying this yesterday when we touched on it a little bit. I was trying to correct or to interchange chairman's word yesterday when he used the word influence. I said I did not use the word influence because we really don't want influence. When you say influence to me, I don't have anything, nepotism. I don't want nepotism. Influence to me will mean who knows who. Well, I rather prefer him to use the word, which I said it yesterday, advocate more for this cause, for this movement, not necessarily influence it in any way. I don't like nepotism. Okay? So only us that voted them there that can take them out. We, the public, we, the people, we, the community, the society, the population, we are the only one that can stand against the government. Not nobody else. Because there's power in population. There's power in number. Yorùbá sọ pé kí ló máa ń pe ìgbálẹ̀ pé ṣe mọ̀ tí ìgbálẹ̀ bá ṣòpọ̀. There's one adage, Thomas Ìgbálẹ̀, because when all those tracks come together, it becomes unbreakable. When you remove one Ìgbálẹ̀, you can easily break it. One Ìgbálẹ̀, there can be the thickness of one might be stronger than the other ones, which you can say maybe Berekete is thicker, maybe than somebody like me when it comes to giving something volume. Okay? For example, when Banishaye's sister was here yesterday, I was like, after a while, you know what, go to Papariano's platform, you will have bigger audience over there. One, I wanted to go to sleep. Two, I want it to be more popular and be out there. So I sent her to a bigger platform. That is what it means by giving something volume. And volume is power. When you have a lot of people come together and are in one accord, even the Bible acknowledges it. It says, can two work together unless they agree? So when you have volume, it's more powerful than an individual. Only us, the public, can untie the hand of the government. Berekete, he's very influential, he's very big, but I tell you, this case, nobody can say Otisheri. That was why if escapade, if you remember yesterday I said, if it was case of DNA only, yes, Berekete can mediate. He can act as an arbitrator. But it's far bigger than that. There's really nothing. I can put money on this. The only thing is it can give it volume and help financially to push some things forward. That's about it. And he said it today. If we want success, Baba went to, I saw it on my FYP. I don't know when he went for another interview. He was calling Sanwo-Olu, calling Baba Tinubu. How can you go on a radio station to go and say, Egbamio, but you have Smith and Bankole that can help you right there and there. You said because they came from ARIS. and you don't like ARIS. So you've been running kita, and kijo, and looking for, going to cry for someone, going to cry to. I mean, to me, it's very absurd. It's very, very absurd. What are anything? It's like a prophet is without honor in his own home. And it really help. At least let them do their bit. You said no. To me, all of this is becoming more and more clearer and looking like a joke. And there is really nothing Berekete can do. And I was saying it here yesterday that they should screen record me and go and play it for him so that he can sit up. Because seriously, well, I feel a little better in my spirit regarding his show today. Regarding his show today, because because I know but today was a better show. Today was a better show. There were more seriousness in his show today, and he said it all with a hint. Yesterday, I also asked. I said, where is the Shih Tzu that we hired? How can you say, oh, Barrister Odumosu is not doing anything. We need a son. We need a son in the inquest that can help us fight this battle. We now went and they claimed they borrowed money. And I went and borrowed money to hire a son to go and represent us at the inquest. After they paid the son, they themselves now came back and said, son, don't go to inquest. Are they okay? Then why did you hire him? Waste of money. The Bible said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. He said, in all thy getting, get understanding, because wisdom is profitable to direct. We are very religious, they are very religious, but they don't apply it. Their life and the religion are parallel. They don't know what they are doing. Majority of the people, and we hire you to represent me at a junior court. It is still the same me that we now say, big boss, don't go to lower courts. Why did I hire you? Now they said, they claim, I don't know how far it is true, but they now came back to say they borrowed money. It's not even money that they have at hand. One doesn't. It's not money that, okay, I have excess, I don't mind wasting my money because they have excess. They don't even have it. According to Moses, I quote, the first time Barrister Shitu, SAN, went to the inquest, he approached the bench and told the magistrates that I'm only here for observation because he does not have the case file. It has not been handed over to him. The second time, he was late. He got there an hour to close. The third time, he did not show up at all. Even here in America, if you are hired, you have 90 days probation. Hey, don't worry alone. Can I hire on phone? Now, they went back to Berekete. I've said it before on my platform, and I've been the only one to use that example. They're like Baba's chair. He's very busy, rotating all day long, especially on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, the weekend. Very stagnant. They don't know what to do. They don't. They just record me and send it again to him. It's gonna help. I want you guys to disappoint me. That means you have gotten the success. It's okay. It's called a reverse psychology. It's called a reverse psychology. He has told you today, there's a limit I can go. I can fight the government. He has said it before. The only person that can fight the government is the people, the public, the population. When they say, everybody was going out, so no, mobile, the government, they had to quickly go and exhume the body. Because they said they don't want it to turn to another version of NSAS.
Neues Hautgefühl in nur 4 Wochen? Mixe hat euch gebeten, Urea Cica Repair Plus auf eurer trockenen, rauen oder unebenen Haut zu Hause zu testen. Nach 4 Wochen hat Mixer die Ergebnisse ausgewertet.
Wow.
Die Haut juckt einfach überhaupt nicht mehr. Durch die Creme habe ich jetzt viel weichere Haut und der Juckreiz ist auch verschwunden.
Urea Cica Repair Plus von Mixer.
Essen ist viel mehr als Essen. Es ist die Krönung des Tages. Und eine tolle Story. Es sagt, setz dich dazu. Lass mal probieren. Und machen wir viel zu selten. Deshalb lasst es uns öfter feiern. Patros, macht ein Fest draus.
Wisdom is profitable to direct. It's not just it's not noise. If you are quiet enough, you will know that there is noise in silence. Even silence has its own noise. Vocabulariano will say strategy, checkmate. Let me read it to you again. I gave the definition of checkmate yesterday. I said, checkmate is a metaphor for an irrefutable and strategic victory. We all know the government is corrupt. That's not good. It's not going to change. When you have your when you do statistics, you have your constants, you have your variable. Your constants will always remain constant. What you can move around and play with and manipulate is going to be your variables. So let's assume we all know, you and I know. Am I audible?
Yes, mommy, you're audible. We can hear you.
When you do statistics, you have constants and you have your variable. Your constants will always remain constant. Your variable is what you will move around to get results. The government is corrupt. That is constant. Now, what can you do? What are your variables that you can move around to achieve success? I greet you once again from coming to Lady ARIS, Supreme Iron Lady, SAIL. The acronym is SAIL. And this is Wisdom Talk with Iron Lady, with Supreme Iron Lady. Susan for Justice, you were the one that came first. You can unmute and contribute, please, as we move forward. Is Susan there? Okay, Molly B, you can unmute. Molly B is no longer on the panel. And Abasi, you can unmute and contribute, please. Am I audible?
Honestly, I don't have much contribution to put in for the Berekete show today. I don't.
You have volume, please.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I said I don't have much contribution to put in for Berekete show for today. But the truth is that, and the truth will always be, is that Berekete will never have much to do concerning the case of Mohbad. He will never have much to do.
I beg, let me talk and very loud. Please.
Berekete will never
recording.
Berekete will never have much to do on this case of Justice Omobad, he can only assist. He can only assist on the request of the family as a whole. Okay, like in the case of, they want a second autopsy. He has said it with his full chest that yes, he's going to handle that. Day before yesterday, is it day before yesterday when he was giving information about DNA that yes, DNA is a must. They have to go and do the DNA. I think he came out today and talk about the DNA. This DNA process is already in court. So they do not put him out, go that side again. So he's limited to some things when it comes to this justice for mobile. He's actually limited to some things. He can never do the whole thing. That one is not possible. That's just my submission.
Thank you for your submission, and that is absolutely correct. Who came next? Escapade.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Like I always said, from the beginning, I think it's people that have not really known or seen Berekete that were thinking that, there's nothing he cannot do. He would call everybody, they will go there and talk their own. They will move the case to Abuja, I will call this, they will call that. He speaks a lot. He speaks a lot. And if you watch his shows, exactly. And when you watch his shows, 90% of the time is self-adulation. He's praising himself. Now, so one time I go this place. Now, so I do this. When you praise yourself too much, I kind of lose interest. But however, he has his connections. And I will say again, his connections are towards the north. That side of the area. Most of the people who listen to him are all these guys that use their transistor radios and all that. There's an echo going. Yes. In terms of, again, I'll say people of much intellect, people all over the world, and people calling from everywhere, going on to the show. This Baba Mohbad has drawn that crowd to that platform. Because when people speak about, people come and ask, Berekete can do this, Berekete can do that. You ask them, when was the last time you sacrifice your sleep to watch Berekete? When you're in the US, Berekete airs around 7. That's about 1 a.m. your time. Have you woken up to say you want to watch Berekete? Exactly. So you see people from Canada, Australia, US coming and say, he will do this, he will do that. It's because it is what they hear. They haven't actually seen the man. And from what you are saying today, I'm happy that he has cleared that doubt that he has a limit. He speaks like he has no limit. And he's been doing that for a long time, and people have bought into it. But today, in the revelation today that he said he has a limit, now would open some people's eyes. Exactly. So some people will now say that, this man has a limit. Remember when we were here 2 days ago, and Comrade Moses was talking about limiting. I said he has a limit, but he doesn't come across like he has a limit. He will tell you he will call Biden, he will call this, he will call everybody in the world, but he never does it. And then he covers everything with a show and then postpones the matter and drags it on and on because of the views that Baba is giving him. I will say that again and again. If Baba doesn't give him views, he would have been there for only 1 day. He would have finished his matter 1 day and moved on to another matter.
Of course.
So regarding, I heard he also said today that, he has a limit because the DNA is in court. Some people may have advised him. If you remember when Baba first went there, he was bragging. I'll call Falan, I even have a son. He called the Kutepa man. And I mean, for somebody that people rate so much and says he understands this and that, he was calling Okutepa on live TV and talking about the matter. The sound response was, ordinary president, we cannot be discussing things like this over the phone. I don't know why people rate him so much. There are things that you can say on live TV, that thing that you shouldn't say, but he just does everything and says everything like he has no limit, he can do whatever, and people are still buying into it. So he may have been advised by, maybe it's that lawyer that they said he sent to Lagos. He now went to Lagos. Maybe that one has found 1 or 2 things and said, God, this DNA matter, please don't discuss it with them anymore because you're already in court. Exactly, like Okupepa told him that time that ordinary president, these things you can't discuss on air. When you finish your show, we'll speak later. I know San Falano is my senior. We can't discuss this on live TV. So he's not organized. That is one thing about me that I see. He's not organized. He just speaks and then the other that is drama. So as far as today went, from what I've heard, I think the highlight will be him making people realize that he has a limit. Don't think I can do anything. So maybe people will now start thinking and reassessing that, okay, we have sons. Okay, let me, what have they achieved at Berekete? They've achieved him calling the Minister for Information to say that the autopsy and toxicology will take 10 weeks. If Sanshitu or Sanbankole had written to the inquest or written to the state, they would have got that information for him. There's nothing that Berekete can do for them that this lawyer that he has cannot do. If not that they want to make it a charade and make it like cutting pieces so that more people can see that, oh, this man, his story is this, his story is that. In terms of legal things and what can be achieved, these sons and lawyers around Baba can actually do them even better than Berekete can do. Because if Baba goes to the Ministry of Information or goes to Alausa and says, oh, I want to know how long that autopsy will see, they will tell him. He doesn't need to go to Berekete to achieve that. If you get what I'm saying. So I'm happy today he's come and told them, oh, I have a limit. So let everybody now sit back and start reassessing that, oh, this thing that we want from this man, is he able to do it? Is he able to do that? You know? And hopefully people will start having their mind open and seeing clearly. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. That is very top-notch, on point. That's why I see that, to me, from day one, even since last year, when Susan called in and he said, oh, we can find the government, which is true, he cannot. Did anybody remember during the election when Iyabo Ojo was supporting LUP? After the election, the government slammed Iyabo Ojo $1 million. And when the government look for something, they will find something that you have done wrong. They will slam you. If Berekete does something, they will look for something, some loopholes, some lacunas in his property. They will come up tomorrow and say that place he has his pipe passed under. They will demolish the government. No single individual. After that election, they slammed her with 18 million. Am I lying? Can anybody not see? Hello?
Yeah, taxes that she needs to pay her taxes.
Yeah, but no, how many actors and actors pay taxes? How do you calculate those taxes? Okay, has she paid? Did we hear anything about it anymore? For tax, how many people pay tax in Nigeria? But they went and looked for a lacuna. One day. And afterwards, they slammed her with something. They looked for something. It's just like your employer. If they're ready, if you do something bad and your boss doesn't like you and your employer wants to get rid of you, they will look for something and they will go and look for one policy and procedure that you have broken, and they will start saying, okay, this and that. So Berekete cannot.
God is government.
God bless you. After God is government, after God is government. So there's really nothing. Berekete will not even go over his own boundaries too. He can do all these things, show and say, blah, 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 blah. But to me, yes, Comrade Mosi, you can because it will help his business. He runs a business. He runs a business. That is, if you don't think Jenny, that is his showbiz. He runs a business. That is his business. He would rather show off and let people know than going to do it on the ground. He's been funded by FEMA, Red Cross, and international people. To me, I think today was a better show, and I think that is why there's been a lot of ripple in the system where they say, okay, let's cancel this GoFundMe. I don't want to really talk about GoFundMe yet because I'm not going to say anything for now. Dabs?
Hello, Supreme Iron Lady. Hello.
How are you, Dabs?
I'm okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry to say, I feel like the man has a perspective of creating an impression with the Southwest people. I feel like this is the first case he's getting from the Southwest. And he's trying as much as possible to create a bigger impression. In that aspect, he's now buying, he's actually biting more than he can chew in that aspect. He's like getting more audience from the Southwest, so it feels like, oh, let me try to like gain ground, do the needful, and then make a name. There are so many other activists in the Southwest. And there would be some kind of competitions among them. In my own opinion, I'm sorry. But I just feel like in that aspect, he's not willing to like do due diligence. He's just going by what it feels like. Okay, I need to do it this way. I need to do it this way. I'll make an example to that Erasmus case. If you do a follow-up on that case, the first PRO has come out to give some clarity about that situation, and then they said, oh, the woman is not giving the clear details of the case, and the autopsy says otherwise, and all of that. So if we cross-check that woman's case and what the police has said to this guy's case again, that's like another red flag from my own opinion, because you cannot have a bigger platform like that. You're not doing your due diligence. You're not inviting the second party. In the Erasmus case, right, it's supposed to be that woman and the police, right? You're supposed to invite both sides. Not just you give someone the mic, listen to their sympathy story. I'm not saying what the woman said is wrong or right, but I feel like in every case, right, both parties should get a listening ears. You don't have to listen to one person's opinion and just judge based on that. And the same approach he used on that Erasmus case is the same approach on this mobile case as well. So me, I'm just in a pattern of like sympathetic story, giving audience, and then making praises, and all of these things. To me, I don't think those are the things we literally need right now. To be honest, we wasted so much time on this case to just sit back and watch someone like play with our emotions and just want to like do things in his own way. Today, it was a good approach, but if you wanted to call those people, you would have made an appointment with them. You don't call a public officer or a public government space or a public officer like, oh, I'm on live, can you talk right now? You can literally respect them by making an appointment with them or booking an appointment with them. So if the person is not picking up your call or the number is not available, I think they have every right to that because you've not followed the due process of like inviting someone to your platform. So that is what
You are very correct, sir. You're very right. It's just like if you had called me earlier, I was sleeping, and if I don't pick, I mean, you can just call me randomly, and you expect me to be by the phone. I want us to always apply wisdom. You can't just call me without prior telling me, okay, I'll be calling you around 4 o'clock tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I just don't expect, sometimes calls come through, but if he calls and Wumi does not pick up, it's not automatically means that Wumi is running away. Wumi is we need to be wise. I don't know. We need to get, the Bible said, in all that getting, get understanding, that kind of wisdom. Just don't. That's why I tell my team members, don't just open your mouth and talk yama 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 yama. And I'm very disappointed because when I joined this justice, I thought, yes, there are people that are of great intellect. No. Baby, how are you? Welcome on board. Thank you for waiting for your time. You can unmute your mic and contribute to the discussion, please. Brennan Beauty, Bibi. I know. Bibi, I'm calling you now. Good evening, man. Thank you all for yesterday. No wahala, my darling. God bless you. I've given your number to the people that matters, and they will take it up from there. Hello, Bibi. It's your turn to talk now on mute. And where is this guy? IT guy. I wish the IT guy is here today. Bibi, you're mute. Okay, you are not there. I'm mute now. You are saying hello. Are you having a network problem?
Haare färben neu erfunden. Mit Garnier Good, der einzigartigen dauerhaften Haarfarbe von Garnier. Mit 90% Inhaltsstoffen natürlichen Ursprungs ohne Ammoniak. Einfach auftragen wie eine Maske. Für ein glänzendes Farbergebnis ohne Grau, mit dem man sich wohlfühlt. Haare färben wird jetzt rundum Good. Natürlich von Garnier. Es wird echt Zeit für was Neues. Aber wo fange ich nur an?
Finde mit der Stepstone-App jederzeit und von überall den richtigen Job für dich. Stepstone, deine helfende Hand, wenn es um Jobs geht.
Easy. Sorry, I think I've been listening because, like I said, I've not been watching Berekete. I've been sleeping. So, but if I should pick from all the points, I think that means because we on this side we are not used to him, so this bad case has really opened, creates a lot of awareness. Some adjustments needs to be done. It's just like somebody trying to step up their games or keep to update. So, because if you say he's listening to you or he's listening to us on this platform and he's using that to do some adjustments, yeah, kudos to him. But I just felt so because now I'm beginning to realize that maybe we hype too much. We hype people too much, So probably we need to look properly, in terms of due diligence, So I think those are just the things I've picked from everybody's submission. So, that's it. So if Berekete cannot do anything, where do we go from here? Are we in checkmate? I'm not one of we. I'm just.
Sorry, I think I can answer a question of saying, see, I don't think there is too much of what this activist can do. Because if you want to win a judiciary system in Nigeria, you have to win by evidence. You don't win by speculation, guesses. No, you have to come with factual points.
Emotions and religion.
Yeah, you have to put that aside. You have to come with your factual evidence. Both written, I don't know how they classify evidences in culture, but I feel like it's more of evidence that can help you argue in court. We don't have to speculate. We cannot win by speculation. For me, so even if you go straight to an activist and say, oh, help me, the activist will be clueless when it's time to defend you. You get it? It's not just about you saying sympathetic story. You can tell a sympathetic story all along, 100 years, you can tell it. But when it's time to defend what you're saying, people are going to leave your story behind and then move on to other things. So now we can get 100 activists in Nigeria about this story. They're still going to fall off.
Come on. I want to hear your opinion. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you get what Oriyomi was saying 2 weeks ago, Oriyomi was literally making fun of the fact that the man is actually happy about the son's death and all of that. That was a good statement on the father and all of that. But I feel like he has said some kind of things that actually made him feel like I don't want to be involved in this kind of situation. So even if we keep meeting different kind of activities from south, north, east, and all of that, it will still be like no progress. I'm sorry to say, because the main thing here is that we have the evidence. How do they get these people arrested? You want someone to go to jail, right? If you want someone to go to jail, if you want this person to be arrested, you have to leave emotions aside, sentiment aside. You have to bring evidence. Again, I'll make an example. I'm sorry that I'm going too far. Abba is saying, the guy was embalmed and all of that. On 2 occasions on the autopsy CTC, it's confirmed that no autopsy was done on the body. So that alone would not even let people listen to what you're saying again. If you're claiming like, autopsy was done, don't carry blah blah blah. But when the pathologist got to the body, they said no autopsy was done on the body. So that alone is actually making those activities hopeless. You get, because you're giving them some things they cannot literally defend or they cannot hold on to in court. So for me, it's just like a waste of time. And I'm sorry to say, they are wasting so much time in Abuja. Why they're supposed to be focusing on the hospital where they're going to do their own private autopsy and private, what's it called? The second test. Psychology. Yeah. So if they're actually serious enough, I don't see them spending 1 week in Abuja today. If they're planning to do that autopsy, I don't see the reason why you want to spend 1 week in Abuja just to be on a program that you can join via Zoom or you can join after the whole justice. Because if you have a month to make up the target or you have like a time frame to do something, you should be more focused on how you're going to meet up that time frame. Not like saying the same story again. They should arrest the wife, the people in the house, the people within 24 hours. We've gone past that part. Do your own autopsy. Have evidence with you. Argue in court about the autopsy. And you cannot have another ground to move forward. So thank you.
Go ahead. Sorry, quickly. Yeah. That's, I don't even have a problem with having an activist. Yeah. But you need, if the activist is interested, the key word there is the interest, right? That's what I was about. All indication.
It looks like, when you go for this activist, I think because it's more of a showbiz, it looks like, I'm sorry, sir, Mr. Ordinary President. I said it here yesterday. You are clueless. You do not even know that there's a loss involved. He was surprised at 10 months after. Maybe me or not Boromiro, because yesterday we said it looks like it's a glorified Boromiro. And I think maybe today, how does Oriyomi do it? Does it bring everything out the first time in the open, or he has a pre-knowledge of the informations and stuff like that?
Wait.
Everything they tell this man, it's like, hey.
You know one thing, I can give you a breakdown about Oriyomi works. I actually did it prior to like living in Nigeria, right? Oriyomi is you come report your case, right? He gives you a case file, you report your situation, and then he assigns someone to you. So it's not like it's going to be the person that will manage that whole case. He assigns someone to you, you report your concern, and then it gets the second party involved. Before even coming on ahead to like call the second party up, he gives the second party a benefit of doubt, which is they reach out to you, tell you, do you want us to settle this thing amicably before we go on ahead to like, I don't know how it's called, to like, escalation and all that.
It's public place.
Yeah. So if you're able to meet their demand of like, we can set it on the ground, we don't have to go on the head to like discuss this thing, they die the case and it's done. But if it's good further, then they go on ahead and they say, someone has come to our platform to lie against you about so thing. Can you please come and clarify this thing? They don't even affirm what you're saying straight up. They would tell the person,
Dabs, you know what? I don't mind the activists calling one person first, right? And what you are saying that happens on Rio, it happens at Berekete. You have to sign to affidavit. You even go to court to declare and all of them. Then they get somebody to listen to your story. It does all of that. But where I have a problem is how, like, I only said 10 months after, Baba said, Adura said, it was Brexit that even said, Adura said they were fighting. Oh, they talk him. They say, yeah, he even did it in the city. He's in the city. He doesn't have the CTC. He doesn't know who Adura is. He doesn't know all the story that Baba told at the thing 2 days ago. They didn't mention about the fight. They didn't mention about the nurse. You know, things like you would have asked. See, when they got to ARIS, they were asking him questions. When they got to, hold on, Sammy, 1 second. When they got to TV, even Oyi Mama, the Yoruba guy, oh, but we thought this is the man, we thought this is the case. On your view, they were asking, this is the people that have shown interest and have gone to maybe research about the story. Every time they go there, anything they say is a surprise to Berekete. He doesn't have the interest. This is the thing that I'm saying. It's like when they leave the place tomorrow or on Tuesday or Wednesday, they will forget about the case until they go back again. This is what I'm saying. We cannot say the man is kind of like is clueless about the whole case. You know why? Because if truly he knows this case and he has been following up, okay, he said he came to Lagos. What did he do? Who did he meet when he came to Lagos? You said you came to Lagos and went to Ikorodu to go and meet who? This is the Berekete that said he has the connection, he has a lot of people he can call. In case of that magnitude, you didn't come to Lagos to go to the police station where they mentioned the body was taken to. You didn't go to Alagbo, you didn't call some of your friends, you said you have commissioner as friends, DPO as friends. You should have kind of like called them. Sorry. But even if it is DPO that you know as a friend, you can call DPO, DPO, K2, and it will connect you with another DPO close to that police station. And it will give you insight of whatever. Okay, give him the car key now. Go drive, So, what I'm saying is, if truly is involved, this case is a big case, but it's a big fish. This is a big fish. He would have connected with a lot of people. He came to Lagos, he went to Ikorodu, and he went back. He don't forget, say, what happened. Now they are talking about the nurse. He has no clue about the nurse. He has no clue about Prime Boy. He has no clue about what is going on. And even when I was commenting about, because I was asking him a lot of questions at the comment section. So a lot of things this man shows he knows nothing. Nothing. He didn't even know about Samulari. He didn't even know about Daramali. He knows nothing. And this is the man that will believe is going to get us justice. To me, he will get us justice. But good that his Baba is there. We will call, we will text them, we will send message. Shebi won so commission for Berekete. I want to explain for Berekete. So Berekete will be asking Gulesi and Benuso Baba, I'm not the question. Why are they hiding some facts? Why are they not talking about the fight he had? He's chatting over the guy, show you go. And for confession, for glass, Yabi, one she's so wrong by. Berekete knows nothing. Nothing. So what we are going to do, we will use that opportunity. She become money and let us explain to him. So you can be asking the Baba. Berekete is not interested. He is only interested in the showbiz of this. He's not interested. See, he's not interested. I disagree with you. He's not interested. This is someone who's not interested. Let's hear a contrary opinion, please. Monroe, please go ahead. Let's hear a contrary opinion. Let's make it a round table. Okay, go ahead. I actually disagree with you. What's your rationale? Please. I watched the program this morning. I'm not so familiar with Berekete, but the point is, based on what I've seen this morning, I think he actually knows a lot, but he's trying to
not complicate himself with all the things going on social media, because for someone like that, he can't actually comment on what everyone on TikTok is saying without evidence.
But he is though. He is though. Because in fact, he actually also referenced Papariano. He is, and he's also a social media person. He's not an executive case. Is the it's not an executive case. What's the office underneath? This was the person actually attacking him. This no, was attacking him. Define it like that. So this is different. No, the guy is actually attacking him based on the fact that he said he was going to come on the show about no. That is agreed. Papariano is not. Please wait. Papariano did not, and will not attack him, but he will ask cogent questions. No, if you cannot, in the sense, it's like someone making snide comments about you. No, he's not. He is not. As I am here, hold on. As I am here, nobody can make some side comments about me. I will come out and defend myself. I know what I carry. I know what I can dish out. I know what I can give. I know what is embedded in me. Okay? You don't believe that if someone has made snide comments, I don't believe Papariano is doing that about it. He did make snide comments about him. No, someone literally I feel like we're leaving the main. Anyway, that's not the point, really. Yeah, so in regards to Moba's case, I believe he knows a lot, and he is trying to hold back. I'm not assuring the fact that he might, get us justice. But one thing a lot of people fail to understand is the fact that Moba's case in Nigeria is not as exposed as it is on TikTok or Instagram. It's not as big as we in diaspora actually see it. So, in my opinion, it might not be able to get the justice as everyone actually thought it would, but Baba being on this program can actually have an impact on the case, in my opinion, as I stated earlier. One, the first thing I think right now is the fact that it sure is actually giving Moba's kids that exposure that it really needs, because a lot of people don't even think that justice for Moba still existed up until 3 days ago. Like, oh really? So this case is still going on? Oh wow. Exposure wise, yes, it's going to do that. And he mentioned something about DNA, which I think a lot of people were quite confused about, like, wow, but he said he was going to do this about DNA. But Escapade made the statement about DNA. I said, oh, he's not going to do nothing about DNA. If you listen to him, he said, my legal team told me to put the DNA case on hold because it's in the court, which is a sensible thing to do, because when you mentioned about the DNA, I was thinking, hold on, the DNA courts, the DNA is actually going on currently in court, and they haven't made any decision in regards to it. So I think he shouldn't be discussing the DNA part, in my opinion, which he also stated that his legal team said, oh, I can't mention about the DNA until, it's out of the court. And I think, in my opinion, it's going to do the same. It's going to do the same like the what's it called? Autopsy and toxicology. You let the government and you do your private one. So I won't be surprised when the government have decided that, okay, we're gonna do the DNA. He is also gonna do a private one. That I can guarantee. Why is it gonna do private DNA? Let me say something. I'm saying this is my opinion. Your opinion, but let me tell you, that's your opinion from this reality show we are looking at is far. It's very, very far. Let me say this, okay? I'm really sorry. This case, I've said it, is just in two parts, the DNA part and the criminal aspects. And in the criminal aspects, we have autopsy, toxicology, we have private investigation, we have the police doing their job, and we have the forensic. That's it. And maybe witness, verbal witnesses, cross-examinations and stuff like that. That's all. That's all we have in this case. There is really absolutely... This guy likes to show off. It's a showbiz. You cannot say why are we saying you cannot
he's not going to come to the public and say, this is what I'm doing. When his job is public job, that's what he does. You are trying to say, okay, maybe there are some buttons he's pushing underneath. He's not pushing anyone. When Berekete hang up his show, he's going to bed. He's not making any other call off camera. All the shows to pull crowd, to gain crowd, he makes money from YouTube, he makes money from all this, being influencer, you see him, he was selling shoes in his show 2 days ago. That is where he gets all his money from, and international agencies, where he gets his money from. There is absolutely nothing. When he stopped anchoring the show, he's going about his daily business. He's not calling anybody on behalf of anybody. He's going to bed to his family. His job is done for the day.
Can I ask anyone this question? Anyone the panelists this question? Okay, go on, Escapade. I'm listening.
Mara, can I just say, you mentioned that I said about the DNA. Again, before I mentioned the DNA, I talked about him not being organized. Remember, I think, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Baba did not even talk about DNA. It was him that said, can you see that Baba did not talk about DNA? I'm going to talk about it now because DNA must be done. DNA this, DNA that. Only for him to come today, like you're saying, to say he's been advised. This is what I'm saying. If he's organized, he wouldn't be dabbling into things that he shouldn't be dabbling into.
God bless you.
Baba didn't mention DNA. He was the one that brought DNA matter and said, do people notice that Baba didn't mention DNA? That he knows that the DNA is what is paining some people, blah, 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 and he will make sure that DNA must be done. And then he comes today and he says he's been advised that he wouldn't be, not to mention it. So he's not organized. He's not like, I don't know. I personally, I don't own a show like his. I know that I shouldn't be discussing things like that in public. Not to talk of somebody that everybody puts their mind on. So he's the man that's going to do this and that. He's not organized.
He's not going to perform any miracle. He can do it. There is nothing. I don't want us to just get. We're hoping on something that is not real. It's not there. It's not there. It's like La La Land. It's not there. It's not there. It's not going to do anything. We are wasting time. Today is the 5th. The next inquest is August, right? August the 7th, they say. So a month and 2 days. We are wasting time. Wasting time.
I believe that it's going to make an impact. That's just my fit.
No. We believe so. What kind of impact? Listen, we were at his.
All right, okay. I'm going to explain it in 2 minutes. I'm just going to explain this in 2 minutes. Like I mentioned earlier, Mohbad's case is actually dead in Nigeria, in my opinion. Like most people don't actually have, most people are not still aware that the case is still ongoing and all. And a lot of things has actually happened in terms of the police not doing a thorough investigation when it comes to Mohbad's case, and a lot of secrets, a lot of backhands, back and forth. But do you agree with me that in order to get justice for Mohbad, a lot of the secret has to be reviewed, has to be made public to the whole world, and it will get to a certain point.
No, I do not agree.
The government would have no choice but to do the right thing by Mohbad. All the secrets has to be exposed.
No. You are not correct at all.
The government have no choice but to do the right thing. There are a lot of corruption going on in Nigeria, and this has to be exposed to the whole world for Mohbad's case to get justice. That's my opinion. And through that, one of the things that we can do is by this Berekete show to expose most of all these lies. You might not be able to do anything legally, but in my opinion, exposing all this, loopholes in Mohbad's case can actually leads to Mohbad's getting justice. A lot of things that, like, take for example, the lack of thorough investigation by the police is one of those loopholes in Mohbad's case. This is why the case has not been solved up until this moment, because the crime scene has been contaminated. A lot of things, a lot of evidence has actually been, contaminated. And this is as a result of the police not doing thorough investigation and a lot of cover-ups in this case. All these cover-ups are being exposed. The government would have no choice but to go deeper into this case. But at the moment, they're not ready to do nothing in regards to this case. And in my opinion, there is more to this case.
Okay.
Your opinion is right. Your opinion
No, Sammy, can you no, Sammy, can you just wait a minute?
Your opinion is correct. Your standpoint is very valid. My point is Berekete cannot take us there. Everything you have enumerated is correct. Yes, the police did not do their due diligence. They didn't do anything at all. Yes, there's corruption. Yes, we need to laud it. And it's only on TikTok and social media. Yes, all of these things you said is true. But Berekete I think VDM will do a better job. Do you know how many people VDM said that even when some people say, I'm going to report you to VDM, they say, come and collect your money, don't take me to the public. I don't want to be in the public domain.
Genau richtig. Statt Kuchen gibt's saftige Rabatte.
Jetzt zugreifen bei den tollen Jubiläumsangeboten mit der DeLonghi Kaffeemaschine, dem Airfryer von Shark Ninja, den Waschmaschinen von Bosch und AEG und dem Siemens Wärmepumpentrockner. Vor Ort und auf euronics.de. Euronics, für mein bestes Zuhause der Welt.
I believe VDM will even do a better job.
VDM cannot do anything. We only talk and talk and talk.
That's exactly the same thing Berekete is doing.
There won't be any action that will be required. You only talk and talk and talk. I owe you money. You owe me money. That is the best the VDM has been doing. And he said that if you don't have a lawyer, if this person is owing you or trying to cheat you of your own right or whatever it is, he is going to stand up for you. So there is nothing VDM
You're not getting my point. You're not getting my point. But that's okay.
Just cancel him out of this.
Sorry, I'd like to just have a follow-up additional statement to what Eric just said. If we're saying, the police have been compromised, they're not doing their own proper investigation. See, all I'm going to say is that people who are supposed to put the police or the justice system in check are being overshadowed by Wumi must be arrested, DNA must be done. They've put aside the double checking of the police, putting pressure on the judiciary system. They put that aside. They are more concerned about telling women to come out, requesting for DNA, rather than putting pressure on the police. I'll make an example to what Baba came across on ARIS TV. Baba was asked, have you petitioned anybody so far in this whole cause of justice for your son? Baba has not petitioned anybody. Baba has not lodged a complaint about this investigation process at all. So to Baba now, right, those preliminary reports or the preliminary reports that was read out is fine with Baba. Baba didn't question that preliminary report, right? But he's here questioning women to come outside. Why you can go back to tell the police like, oh, how about you guys do a second investigation and all of that? But we are not looking at the fact that it's not about just women every day. I'm trying to say you guys are picking offense. But if you want to get a positive outcome, you have to check with the other people involved in this thing, which are the judiciary system and the police. You cannot put your 100% on women and then expect the police to work by default. It's not possible, actually. Put pressure on the police and then don't just say, oh, they're not doing proper investigation, they're not bringing evidence out. You would be the one to make them do it.
So, Dabs, are you trying to say Baba is the only one looking for justice? Why can't Bumi come out and if she knows nothing about what happened to Mohbad, why can't she come out and top of the voice?
Wait,
you see what you are saying? I told them months back, even African TV was
Yeah, you cannot people as I think the police that where you catch criminal now, you're telling you know my thing. That's what I did. Doesn't make sense.
I told them that if they have
my point is, as you are dragging Baba to do this, always drag for me along as well.
No,
Because
Baba is criminal. Baba is criminal. Wait, Baba is not the drug.
he's the one that
Who is the person that has done the bad thing now? Who is the person that you're accusing now?
if Mohbad was my husband, my voice would allow them Baba. My voice would allow them if Mohbad was my
I'm
husband.
going to drop you because you are very emotional. You are not being logic. You need hold on, guys. Moro, I know where it's coming from, and it's coming from a place of love, and it's coming from a place of justice for Mohbad. But she is not approaching it the correct way. Okay, if you and I are saying we buy Mohbad, we cannot just say no. That's not how it works in law. That is not how it works in law. You have to do your own due diligence. And as far as I'm concerned, Baba, our team has not done anything. It's just talk. So, Maro, you need to stay at the comment section and learn a little bit before you can come up and argue on this platform, because you are not being logical. Okay? You are not being logical. Mummy is not looking for justice, period. I don't believe so.
Madam Mary, can I say something? Okay, thank you. When everybody was shouting and screaming, oh, DNA is the motive, DNA is the this, DNA is the that, blah, 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 and all those kind of noise. I remember vividly I was telling them on Papayano, I said, okay, fine. If you want to get the actual cause of you saying that DNA is the motive, write a petition against this girl. Write a petition against that. Let Papa go ahead and write a petition against her and get her arrested. At least if the investigation is being channeled through that process, I think it will be more reasonable. We will know that, okay, fine, on your own part, on Baba's part, he is actually looking for justice. If he believes that the people in the house, they are the one that killed his son, then petition.
I think I want to lost connection.
I lost connection, okay? Nibu.
No, we can hear him.
Can you hear me, Dabs?
Yes, we can hear you.
Dabs, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Dabs.
Can someone remind me, when was this ARIS? How many weeks? Is it up to a month ago? Or 3 weeks ago?
Let's say 2 weeks. About 2 weeks.
No, it's more than 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. Let it 3 weeks. So maybe 2 weeks.
Even 2 weeks now. They asked, who have you sued? Have you sued anyone? They said no. And that still did not propel them to go and sue somebody. And we have a son that they just hired.
You guys are paying retirement money for the son. You guys don't know anything.
Who are you guys? I will drop you. I will just drop you. Who are you guys? Among them.
The question I wanted to ask Maru, what's her name? That's Berekete. It looks like somebody that can call the government. Can he drag the government? Because if you listen to when people call and when you want to say the government is going to say no, don't insult the government.
Nobody
Somebody like that.
But the public. That was where we started from. It's government of the people, by the people, for the people. And who are the people? The public. We hire them, we fire them. Nobody else can do that job. That is where we started from when we started this show. So probably you are not here.
We took 2 weeks now.
So what have they done? What have they done? Have they sued anybody since then? No, they have not sued anybody. They have not put in any petition. But we went to NMS. We went protesting. Protesting for what? We've not done it. It's like a job.
Let me give you a clue. Buresi is going to sue you. Is going to sue Papariano. Buresi will sue you, Lady Aries, and he
see. Just focus on what we're discussing. Somebody said Gracie said that Babasti goes to sign every Monday. Is that correct? Because I didn't hear it. But somebody said that. Is that true? ARIS, let me come in a little bit, please. I've called you anyway. Yeah, I was in the shower. Now, I will go back a little bit. Go back. You know, me, I always have this feeling when it comes to justice for Mohbad. At a given time, when I have this feeling over something, it's always coming to be true. Like you're saying, kudu to Berekete is done well, and is using his platform to show light to the case. But if we, the public, are expecting Berekete to turn things around, other than what we are doing, we are joking. We're a big joker. You know, like I said, there's so many few things that was said yesterday on that live show early this morning that is still kind of, I'm not okay with it. We discussed one where he said there's a limit that he can go. That's a big language. There's a limit that he can go. You understand? That's to show you there are very strong people that is powerful than him, and he's not going to be ready to jeopardize his entity, you know, for this case. So he already put that out for everybody early this morning. So for those people who is banking on him that he's going to turn this case around, that's a big word for us there that we need to, you know, to think about. Then I remember when somebody called in. I don't think we, the Americans, we called in yesterday at all. I refuse to call because I know if I call, I'm going to go put through with it. But the kind of question that I'm going to ask is not what it's going to like, and it's not what the anti-justice who claim they are for justice will like. So I just want to save my head, so I refuse to call. Now, somebody called and was talking about the police. His answer towards the Nigerian police all the time when you talk about the police, his answer towards it, which Nigerian police is the main people, you know, don't want to do the right thing they're supposed to do, which he accepted that the right thing they're supposed to do, they didn't do it. And he don't see that there's a need to go aggressive on Nigerian police. That's something that we need to look into, you understand? And there's a need for us to say, hey, this justice is by force. And he don't see a need to say, we must get this justice. He don't see the need for us to get the justice by force. So, if I were to call yesterday, those are the questions I'm going to ask you. If you don't see the need that Nigerian police is not doing well in this case, and they are not to be blamed by you, then what are we hoping to get for you? So those things, like you say, already, ARIS is show business, but let's see how far he can go. But if all of us is going to back down and said, okay, let's see what he has to do, then is he going to be like, go and wait for 10 weeks and let the autopsy come out? This is 16 weeks or 17 weeks. Now Berekete is just surfacing after 17 weeks of the autopsy and toxicology. You know, if I put a call through, I'm going to tell him, hey, sir, our doubt with Nigerians alone, everybody in Nigeria right now that had to do with this case, all of us have a doubt with them
initial stage of these things. You say you have the money. Can't you please?
Du bist über den Horizont hinausgesegelt, hast gegen Riesenkraken gekämpft und Orkane überwunden. Du stößt auf eine lang verschollene Schatztruhe, während du Lasagne gemacht hast. Sieh mehr, wenn du hörst. Hör dein nächstes Abenteuer auf audible.de.
Go to the neighboring country or call for the team or medical team from somewhere, Belgium and or London, because he's a big entity. You understand? One of his donors can cover this Mohbad's case. That's the question I wanted to ask him. That I don't want to go that route because anything, I have a doubt. Period. The bottom truth, I have a doubt with everything that is going on. So if our fighting for 9 months is not going to be in vain, we the public, we should take a different dimension, you understand, and have him, because he listened to us, he listened to everything we said. It's because of the dragging that we are dragging him that he decided to call Baba Mohbad, to bring Baba Mohbad back to the studio again. So we need to shout loud again. We don't trust the justice system. We don't trust the police system. They have failed us time without number in this case. And also based on what we know on mobile psychology and autopsy, we believe an independent person that don't speak our language, don't understand our system should be the group of medical team that will consult this second autopsy. To me, that is what we need to tell him. We don't have time, like you say, already, ARIS. We have only 1 month left. And Baba Mohbad already told him that they give them a guideline. You understand? What will happen if they don't meet it by the end of this July? What will happen? You know, so they're going to force them to go and bury Mohbad. You know, so a lot of things is not adding up. But anyway, we can't talk. Who are we? We can't say anything because opportunity is not given to us. So for me, there's a lot of red flag for me, and it's not going down well for me. You know. Mr. Wonderful submission. I can't say it any better than that. Thank you very much, Susan. To me, this is just a balloon. I don't know. It's not making any sense. By your billions, are you still recording? Come on. What's your work? Then why you talk Belay? We're not really. We got to go, Susan. Anyway, that's okay. You can unmute, please, and give your submission.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Well, I might have a very contrary opinion, or let me say I just want to be on the fence somehow, because when it comes to Berekete, I've said it from the beginning. I don't want to put.
Speak up. Bayo Billion is recording. Speak up. He's recording. He just joined. Make sure he record from where I say Berekete is doing a good work, okay? Make sure you go back and say, don't go and pick the one I'm pointing out where I'm not okay with it by your place. Beginning from the beginning, when you all record people, record exactly what leads to what people are saying, So, sorry about that, Kunle. Sorry, Kunle. Please, people, I would like you to speak with boldness, because this is your submission, nobody's else submission. I might disagree with you. Speak up, so when the screen record, they will hear us loud and clear. Okay? Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Kunle.
Okay. So just like I was saying, this Berekete of a person, I don't want to put too much opinion. And as
At the same time, I also want to believe that he has a lot of things to do for us. You understand? So, as far as he's doing this case for the sake of justice, we that started the justice from the beginning to should not regret.
TV, welcome on board. God bless you, TV. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so we should not hand over the case now. It is not a thing to be handed over. It is a thing for us to continue to the end. And like I said before, we still need to do the normal family private autopsy, private toxicology, and whatever. Even if Berekete is doing his own, it's fine. Let the family to do theirs. So, and I'm not saying that, Berekete is going to come and, be like Jesus and do miracles and have things happen just all of a sudden. No, he will still follow the process. They're not because that Berekete is not on the case, then, IGP will start to run up and down, or you think that Sawolu will start, shivering, or anything will happen, against the normal process. So it will still go through the process, and part of the advantage is also, just like we have said before, it will bring more publicity. You understand? It will bring a case back to limelight, and it will get people talking more about it. So, to every person who are having another opinion about Berekete, I think let's not judge yet. Let's give them the opportunity, and let's also follow them up to the end. So I'm not having any serious trust or hope in anybody. I'm just trying to be me. So I'm heartbreak. That's just it.
Well, you see, when in life, TBC will not be that you have to hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Otherwise, welcome, Comrade Mose. I know you have a contrary opinion. I've been trying to send you invite. You have to prepare your mind. Otherwise, you will be disappointed. You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. It is not done anywhere. Success is attained. You have to have division of labors. I keep saying this, but these people, they are morons. Your frontliner, your legal teams. Comrade, you can run away if you want to because you don't like that goes. But the truth be told,
I have a question.
Go ahead, sir.
I need to ask something to say because I'm about to come down now.
Okay, Commissioner.
My question is to Supreme Iron Lady and Susie for Justice. And sometimes last year, when we were all in the same group with Muiwa, Baba, Osman, Dedira, and a lot of people, I think Susie and Supreme, they champion the movement. Do I call it a movement? No. They champion an attempt to actually reach out to Berekete, which I was part of that attempt. And I remember we were seriously looking for numbers and contacts for how to reach out to November.
Guys, please
that was in November. So, why did you think that we should reach out to Berekete at that time? And what was in your mind? What was running in your mind that makes you to be thinking that if we reach out to Berekete or we should reach out to Berekete, that now changes?
Okay, let me answer that one.
I can answer that for you.
No, you were not there. Why can you answer for us?
Please, let me answer for you.
Why can you were not there? I will drop you. You were not
part of the team.
Please, you were not part of the team. You answer for us. I'm a white shit. Now, for me, then, we were not on TikTok. And this case was not popular. I think I frequent Ada TV and I frequent Teni Omologo. Those were the only two channels I know as at then that were talking about this case. I came to TikTok December 28th, thereabout. Okay, that was when I came to TikTok. Before then, I think, was it you or Boss Swaz that introduced So I asked them, when you channel only TikTok, when you can there. I was supposed to come to TikTok with Teddy Omologo's account, but she won't give it to me. You can call her to ask her. I'm saying this on air. I don't miss my words. I was supposed to come to TikTok because she will be streaming Westo on her show. So I had to go and search for it before Boss Man brought Westo into the group. Then Westo introduced himself, and I was looking for how to get to TikTok, and I think I only have maybe 10 then. So we were looking for a way to loud it to me. Because yes, you are correct. You were the one that actually we suggested maybe we can get a foundation like Oriyomi and stuff like that. And you said you were close to Berekete. And this was way back in November. And I'm very glad you brought that up. Susan, you can go. That's what I can remember. Hello, Susan.
Sorry, Liz, but somebody now said that it was one that personally took Baba to Berekete.
Yeah, we made few calls then, but we never got through. This story I'm telling you, you can ask Perkins, you can ask Arifa and Westo because we contacted them. I lie, Susan. No. Let them come and go to Berekete because Baba said, this is another reason we didn't follow through. Baba said no. He wants to use Berekete as a last resort. Yeah. Last resort. Remember, so when we were hitting a dead end and when Oriyomi refused and stuff like that, Bukti Jesse actually sent her PA who collected the form. So when we called, this was how it happened. I now told when the 33 people, bloggers were petitioned, we now called Perkins. Susan and I said, Perkins, come on. We've asked Baba to go to Berekete. Baba said no. He wants to use it as a last resort. So we called Perkins. We told Perkins, you and your mother, go and cry, take the petition and go and cry to Berekete. So we can come through you guys. Perkins said he does not have what he will fly to Abuja with. That he prefers to go by road. I said, Mo, through the road, I want to fly you. I cannot send, Susan, yeah? I cannot send you by road. I can't do it. I have to fly you by air. You and your mother. He said he does not have what it takes, identification. So I now brought Arifa into the show. Arifa now told Perkins to go and get something NIN or something like that. I think Arifa helped Perkins to apply for NIN. So both of them can go. Because he said he wouldn't mind. Then, somehow, that fateful day, we now called Westo also. That maybe all of them can go. Westo now told us that. Remember what Westo said, Susie? He said, Booking Jesse actually, Booking Jesse actually contacted him so he can go with Booking Jesse's PA. I now said that, oh wow, good. Since Bukti Jesse wants to handle that area, let us back off and channel our energy somewhere else so there will be division of labor since we are not in competition of who gets there first. Was that not how it went? Yes. And let me put something, Moses. And you know, the aim of why we are doing that is to sell the case. Because when Oluyomi turned Baba down, all hope was gone. So we said, okay, the best way we can sell the case to the public is for going to Berekete. And that is the reason reason why. So now you ask a question, what changed our mind towards Berekete now? A lot of things.
My body, the body in my heart now is that, what do you believe in Berekete then that you don't believe again now?
Okay, this is public. ARIS, hold on. Like what I said, now the publication of the case is still on, and I said it for that. The case is still popular. You understand? The case is still popular by Baba going to Berekete. And the reason why we asked them is to sell the case. So it's not that I believe in him that he's going to turn the case, do a miracle in the case for us to get justice. And I stand by that. And I still believe in that no miracle can be done with Berekete. So, did I answer your question? Let me answer a question here. Kudi said she initiated it. That one was down the road. I don't know. I know Kudi was the one that eventually took Baba to Berekete. So Baba did not go to Berekete because even when I saw Baba as Berekete, we were like, did Baba think this is the end of the road? Because Baba kept saying he wants to go to Berekete as a last resort. And the story of Kudi taking Baba to Berekete, I know it, but it's not a story for today. Okay? And yes, this Baba's being at this Berekete was actually, yes, Baba went to Berekete through Kudi. I know how it happened, but eventually Baba went to Berekete through Kudi, yes, and that is true. But Kudi was not the first person that generated that. As a matter of fact, we talked about it in our group first. This is to tell you how far and how much we have put into this case. And if Perkins is listening to me, he can go on live and do a show on this if we are lying.
There is a reason why I asked my question. And I believe you will know that reason.
I know.
So that people will not. So it means that you have a particular belief on what Berekete can do. Not that you are against Berekete in totality.
Absolutely not.
Good. Let that verification be open so that people can.
Absolutely, because they will not record this part. It doesn't matter what you say, they will not record this part.
Comrade is a politician. This comrade is a politician.
No. I'm not a politician. But let us always be factual and get clarity on whatever we are doing. So that people will not just be looking at you like a bad person when you are not a bad person.
I get your point.
Everyone was being sarcastic. Can't you see Mosi with his hand of power and authority? And Luca Continua, that's how they do their hand. Can't you see his logo? Victory asserted. Moses asked the question for a reason, because when you count people who start justice for Mohbad, you can't leave Moses out of it. There's nothing that is going on right now on the social media or the TikTok street that Moses is not aware of it. Moses has been with everybody, good and bad, is being with them. So he knows everybody. You understand? So he knows what we are talking about, and he knows our concern. We don't hate Berekete. We are not against of what he's doing, because we believe in him, and that's the reason why we start that movement. And the movement started from our group. And people that was in our group, they will go and sell any meeting we have, they go out and they sell it out, and they're beginning to act on it behind the scenes. internationally and locally. And that was our aim. And that was why we suggested Berekete then, So here we are.
Thank you very much.
And there's a video of, thank you, sir. There's a video of Baba. I don't know when that interview was conducted, but my people see in my salon today. Barrister Smith and Bankole is the chance that we have in this case is through barrister. Why are people not even talking about why was Susie, maybe I missed it, why was Barrister Shitu not in court or at the inquest this last time? Moses, come back here and explain. I didn't know the Shitu went on vacation and Shitu was paid for inquest, not like Bankole and Smith that was paid all the way to trial. So inquest is what is very, very important for Shitu. Shitu is not even supposed to miss out on inquest one day because that's what they pay him for. So where was he? Public? Baba Mohbad's thing. Where was Shitu? Was Shitu not aware that inquest is coming up and he went on vacation? Let us have Comrade Moses. Comrade Moses, come here. This is your question. Because it's like, all these Baba die-hard fans are not even talking about Shitu. They completely forgotten Shitu. All they are saying, Berekete, where is Barrister Shitu? And I said it before last in Barrister, they'll be angry with you, Sam Shitu. Barrister Shitu, S-A-N. Comrade Mose, like that I say you live in Sango. So what to Bere? What to Bere? What is wrong with Sango? What's wrong with man? Something is not people. Hold on, place to live. Tazo lives in Sango and is a billionaire. African TV live in Sango is a billionaire. Please, can I just chip in a few things? President, the former president, what is his name? Olusegun Obasanjo, live in Sango. Now what? Can I please chip in? Mariam Juru. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Hello, everyone. Regarding the question you brought up, where was Barrister Shitu? Yes, sir. Yes, at the last inquest, I was quite surprised that he was not there. But if I'm not mistaken, he probably sent someone from his chambers. Now, I'm going to be very, very frank here. The way I see everything playing out, I have nothing. In fact, I absolutely I'm sold for this justice for Mohbad. But what I see playing out is the fact that I think Baba and the legal team are being suppressed, whether directly or indirectly. And that might spread to the legal team one way or the other. It's just an observation and just an opinion. You understand? I was actually listening in on the lady who lost her sister a few years ago, Bamishe. I was listening to Bamishe's sister's account of what happened to their family in their own case. And I was totally shocked at some of the revelations she brought out. And that set me thinking that, so the state, our leaders will go that far to conceal certain things. I'll give you an example. When she said there was CCTV in the bus, and the Lagos State governor denied that, and I marry that with his behavior when he was asked about Mohbad's case. You see, what I see is that it's like a very high-ranking syndicate knowing about some funny thing going on in our society and just covering it up, Are these mysterious deaths, cultish sacrifices? It's very, very scary, if you see what I mean. So in this Mohbad's case, I think we've gotten to a stage where, we were all full of expectations. But until you start a journey, you don't know where it's going to take. How do I put this now? Sometimes when you start out on a journey, you don't know what you're going to encounter on the way. What has kept me going, because there was a time that I just felt so overwhelmed by this Mohbad's case that I thought, I'm done with it. But what keeps me going is the fact that the more that happens, the more they try to cover things, the more things are being exposed. And can't we just thank God? Even if justice is not here and now, the exposure is a very great part of the justice, because what it's now teaching us are things that are going on behind the scenes before that we were not aware of. So I'd like to thank God for that. Now, there are so many of these leaders now that this exposure has ridiculed. They can never get their integrity back. I'm not going to mention names. Well, and that's another thing that this journey has allowed us to witness. So we thank God for that as well. Now, coming back to Berekete, I thought, I was thinking as well that maybe he would be able to wave his magic wand or whatever. But from what I can see, if not anything, he will probably expose more what, at least he was the one who led us to this NMS journey. So that's another, maybe another train of exposure is going to take us on. And then coming back to Susan, I am praying, and I have a belief. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? No. Go ahead. I was on a phone call. I received a phone call, not you. You are audible. Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to mute myself now. Yeah. So going back to Susan with the Ada Foundation, I follow that as well. I believe Smith and Bankole is probably our best hope at the moment, So what I'm going to suggest is that many different arms can work together. Whilst Baba's team are doing their own thing, Barrister Smith and Bankole can be doing their own thing, and Berekete can be doing his own thing. Every day we are being led along the way nearer and nearer to justice. And I believe eventually it's going to get to a point where even these powers that be, they're going to realize that, you know what? It seems like most of our game is up, and they will start changing things. I don't know whether I'm making sense. That's my own contribution.
Yeah, let me add a little bit to what you just said. Your fear is the same fear, similar fear I have. You see, when you talk about what is going on, obviously the blunt truth here, the rich men, the so-called rich men in Nigeria, they don't care about their citizens.
They don't care about the average Nigerians, whether they are killed or whether they are starving or whether they are, they don't care. So it's the pattern. You understand? Believe me, honestly, this whole thing that we are talking about, if it's any person's child that is a rich man in the society or a politician in the society, believe me honestly, Wumi will not be out there. It's so glaring. Everybody, even a common me, Susie, that is talking to you like this. If it's one of my member of my family that this thing happened to, believe me honestly, I don't think majority of them will be behind the bar and they will be coming to the court from behind the bar. So this is a society that we have found ourselves. And the average people in this country, they are not happy matter. They are not happy matter. You can see a clear of how an average citizen is being bullied by what is going on with this boy, VDM. You see what is going on with him? That's a child of nobody. So it's okay for somebody to come out and curse his mom, curse his dad, and the person should go free because he's a child of nobody. So this is a situation we find ourselves in the country. And these people that we are fighting for, they are not fighting for themselves. If only these average Nigerians, that these so-called rich men don't regard them as anything, will pick up this fight with us and will fight this fight with them.
Sorry, Susan, can I just mention, you know what's going on with the average common man in Nigeria right now?
Yeah.
Those few people who are the people causing all these havoc, they're just a little section of the society. They're the ones who are in the leadership positions, in the corridors of power, have weaponized poverty. Is one of the tactics they've used over the years, so that the average Nigerian is so overwhelmed with just making ends meet on a day-to-day basis. So that has dehumanized them. Because the average person on the streets of Nigeria, they just wake up in the morning, they just want to.
Mercy Found Me is doing some great analysis. Let's listen to her.
They go concrete on Monday.
Let's listen to her. She's doing some great analysis.
This is becoming ridiculous. You see, my joke, I do fit it. I'm a wife, I'm